I think we all know what Minecraft is. Minecraft is the game that has defined the last 14 years ever since its official release. Minecraft is also a game that sold around 300 to 350 million copies. I know this is true for a lot of people, but some people's parents wouldn't allow for them to actually get the game, so they would have to resort to copied versions of Minecraft on the App Store. I really haven't played any of these copied games, so I can't really comment on the quality of them, but I would like to list some of them. You have games like Blogcraft, Realmcraft, Multicraft, Kawaii Planetcraft, Primalcraft, and many more. It's always been a pretty known fact that some people's parents wouldn't want to spend money due to reasons like their kid maybe becoming addicted to this game, which could harm their social life. There was also concerns about meeting online people, and they would just not be aware in general and have a wrong mindset of what the game is actually about. Notch, who is the creator of Minecraft, started off with some prototypes of the game, and he eventually came up with the whole concept of Minecraft. Notch himself was inspired by games like Infinite Miner and Dwarf Fortress. Ever since the game was created, it has always been a popular thing that everyone talked about. Notch was asked when he realized that this game was getting pretty popular, and his response was every day. Anyone can provide their own reasons for why this game is so fun, but it all just comes down to a person's own imagination and how much creativity they actually have. The game itself may be very simple, but it also provides a very fun experience playing with other people and also yourself sometimes. I guess in a way you could say that Minecraft is like a cheaper version of Legos, but Minecraft also gives you a chance to do basically whatever you want. When talking about the rise of Minecraft, we should definitely place a lot of importance on YouTube as a whole. The first ever Minecraft video ever made, from what I found, was a video titled Minecraft from 16 years ago. Now, for the first ever commentary Minecraft video ever made, it was from a person named the Carlzer. Before I mention certain YouTubers who paved the way for the game, I just want to talk about all of the updates and what they actually consisted of. 2009 featured physics, the player itself, basic caves, cobblestone, and grass. May 16th of 2009 had trees, coal, iron, gold, bedrock, sand, and gravel. May 31st of 2009 had flowers, grass, wool, multiplayer, commands, and mushrooms. September 1st of 2009 would include health bars, creepers, sheeps, pigs, zombies, skeletons, and spiders. October 27th would feature block placement and control. Now, for the last update of 2009, it would have crafting tables, chests, diamonds, tools, survival mode, apples, fire, and torches. Now let's get into 2010. The first update of this year in February would have farming, armor, furnaces, the day-night cycle, bread, paintings, and mob drops. In the same month, we would also get dungeons, rails, an infinite world, arrows, doors, buckets, and golden apples. July 3rd of 2010 would have redstone dust, redstone torches, levers, buttons, pressure plates, iron doors, and redstone ore. The next update would have compasses and lava buckets that you could actually use as fuel. October 30th would probably be one of the biggest updates in Minecraft history. This update had the nether portal, pumpkins, biomes, and also fishing. December 20th would have throwable eggs, which is about it. The last update of 2010 would have better leaf decay. The first update of 2011, which came on January 13th, would have note blocks, cakes, dispensers, lapis, squids, sugar, sandstone, and wool dyes. Now you may notice how all these updates are being released in a pretty short span of time. These first few updates of the game will definitely serve as a stepping stone for the Minecraft we know today, with so many different features. The February 22nd update would have beds, repeaters, and also graphic settings. The only update in March would feature wolves, a new logo, and cookies. Now the April 19th update would have achievements, rain/snow/thunderstorms, powered rails, and also saplings. The May 26th update would have maps, grass, trapdoors, and dead bushes. The update in June would include pistons, sticky pistons, and also shears. Now let's talk about the September 14th update, also recognized as Beta 1.8 Adventure Update 1. We would get Enderman, Hunger, Creative Mode, Villages, Strongholds, Melons, Cave Spiders, Swamps, more world structures, and Farlands. For all of the players back then, the wait between this update and the last one is definitely worth it considering all of the new things that they added. The November 18th update would also be another huge update considering that it had the end, enchanting, potions, breeding, villagers, nether fortresses, snow golems, hardcore mode, and mushroom islands. In my opinion, this was definitely one of the biggest years for Minecraft considering that we got all of these new updates, and this was also the year for the public release of the game. The first update of 2012 would include spawn eggs, beaches, and super flat worlds. March 1st would include jungles, iron golems, ocelots, redstone lamps, enchantment potions, abandoned mineshafts, and zombie sieges. The first day of August will come out with villager trading, desert temples, emeralds, jungle temples, ender chests, enchanted golden apples, adventure mode, writable books, and tripwire hooks. The fourth and final update of 2012 would include the Wither, anvils, command blocks, beacons, bats, carrots, potatoes, pumpkin pie, item frames, and also flower pots. For 2013, the first update would be known as the Redstone Update, with new additions like the Hopper, a block of redstone, daylight sensors, comparators, trap chests, nether quartz, pressure plates, and also better lighting. Now the next update would be known as the Horse Update, which brought horses, leads, coal blocks, and carpets. The next update would change the whole world aspect of Minecraft by adding 11 new biomes, a new world generator, stained glass, and custom nether portals. Now let's start off with 2014. 2014 would feature ocean monuments, slime blocks, granite, andesite and diorite, rabbits, endermites, mutton, armor stands, coarse dirt, iron trapdoors, banners, and lapis for enchantments. Microsoft would buy out Mojang for $2.5 billion. Notch decided to sell the game because handling a game like Minecraft would cause a lot of pressure for anyone. Sadly, 2015 would not have any major updates for the game as a whole. 2016 is when Minecraft would start getting back on track and release the combat update. This update would bring elytras, end cities, combat changes, outer end islands, shulkers, shields, subtitles, igloos, a revamped ender dragon fight, and also removing the enchanted golden apple, and the ability to fight with the second hand, which was added. The next update, which would be in June, would include polar bears, magma blocks, strays, muffs, bone blocks, red nether bricks, and nether wart blocks. The final update of 2016, which was released in November, would include woodland mansions, totems, shulker boxes, llamas, nitwit, and cartographer villagers. The first update in 2017, which is known as the World of Colors, would talk about colored concrete and colored concrete powder, glazed terracotta, parrots, improved wool colors, dyeable beds, and also replaced achievements with advancements. The next update would be in 2018 and would feature kelp, fish mobs, dolphins, turtles, drowned tridents, coral reefs, phantoms, conduits, submerged caves, swimming, shipwrecks, new water physics, treasure maps, and icebergs. Over time, it definitely seemed like there would be some years where there would only be 1 to 2 updates a year. We would then start off 2019 with this type of pillager update, which would comprise of pillagers, raids, foxes, pandas, new crafting stations, and a village overhaul. The next update in 2019 would be near the end of the year, and it released in December. This update would comprise of bees, beehives, bee nests, honey bottles, honey blocks, honeycomb blocks, and other bug fixes. Overall, this whole decade was very good for Minecraft in general, and it would allow for the game to remain at the very top even though it may have fallen sometimes. Now the Nether update will cover new aspects of the Nether such as Warped Forest, Crimson Forest, Soul Sand Valleys, Piglins, Hoglins, Striders, new blocks, Netherite ingots, and also Netherite tools/armor. This update would definitely have some mixed reactions from players considering the whole new netherite stuff. 2021 would start off by including new cave plants, axolots, glow squids, copper, amethyst geodes, raw ores, candles, and improved textures. Now, the end of November of 2021 would contain an overhauled world generation, new cave systems, extreme terrain generations, distribution of ores, and the increased overworld height limit. Now, 2022 would start off by incorporating the deep dark ancient cities, a new mob known as the Warden, sculk blocks, mangrove swamps, fraud, alleys, and also recovery compasses. Now, 2023 would start off by adding archaeology features, brushes, and suspicious sand, ancient seeds, pottery, camels, cherry trees, armor trims, and hanging signs. The second update of 2023 had decorated pots being held items, decorated pots being able to be destroyed by projectiles, and new models and textures for bats. 2024 give us armadillos, wolf armor, and wolf variants. The update in June would contain trial chambers, copper blocks, freeze rods, a new weapon known as the mace, bogged skeletons, and also ominous potions. A more recent update, which would end by 2024, would encompass the Pale Garden biome, the Creaking Mob, Pale Oak, and Eye Blossom flowers. Now let's get into the year we're currently living in, 2025. The Spring to Life update would feature variants for pigs, cows, and chicken. You would also get cactus flowers, some exclusive bedrock features, textures for every spawn egg, and leaf litter and forest. The most recent update, which released in June, would involve dried gas, gaslings, and also rideable gas. These are all of the updates that have been released ever since the start of the game. Minecraft would also tease us with copper golems, copper chests, and also copper tools/armor. This update is currently in testing in snapshots and bedrock betas. Now that I've talked about the updates that have shown the development of Minecraft over time, I want to start talking more about the entertainment aspect of the whole game. Now you may be wondering what I'm talking about. Well, I'm talking about YouTubers and YouTube as a whole. In my opinion, no game has benefited more from YouTubers playing it than Minecraft has. This can also be said for the other way around in how Minecraft has helped so many different YouTubers grow a platform and an audience. Over the course of Minecraft's history, we've seen YouTubers such as Stampy, popular MMOs, DanTDM, Technoblade, Captain Sparkles, Grion, Athma, Sundy, Sky Does Minecraft, Jerome, Bajan Canadian, Preston Plays, and a lot more. We also saw many infamous groups such as Team Crafted, The Pack, Yogscast, and Hermitcraft. In terms of the 2010s and the impact they had alone, I would definitely say the big three of Minecraft YouTubers who were also the most consistent would be Stampy, DanTDM, and popular MMOs. You may be wondering, why did I choose these three as the biggest three Minecraft YouTubers ever? Well, you have YouTubers like Dream with more subscribers, but I would say that these three definitely had a huger impact and a huger influence on Minecraft. Now let's start off with my personal favorite out of the three, popular MMOs. Popular MMOs was known to make videos with Jen, and they just worked so well with each other because of the energy they had. One thing that a lot of people loved about this channel were the different amount of series they had and how entertaining each of them were in their own right. From series such as Epic Proportions, Lucky Block Hunger Games, Mob Battles, Mod Showcases, The Crafting Dead, Morph Hide and Seek, and the Challenge games. The ones I listed weren't even half of the actual amount of series they had. We all know what happened to the channel after the divorce, but that isn't the point of the video. Just to let you know how insanely well liked they were, it's rumored that the channel had an all-time high view count for a month in July of 2017 with around 315 million views. I would say that their prime was definitely from 2013 to anywhere to 2017 or 2018. Even to this day, there's still so many people showing support to popular MMOs just because of everything he went through. To this day, rewatching his videos still hits the same just because of how good Pat and Jen's energy actually was. Popular MMOs did start off with making solo videos, but over time he started adding Gen, and it seemed like they wouldn't be able to make videos that hit the same without incorporating the both of them in the video. The fact that his channel still gets a lot of views even without uploading for a while just shows how much Pat and Jen had an impact on YouTube and Minecraft. This whole decade of YouTubers and Minecraft itself would be referred to as the Golden Age, just because of how authentic and fun the videos were to watch. Now let's talk about Stampy. Well, we all know Stampy because of his Lovely World series, but he also had some other stuff that he uploaded or was a part of. From different chapters such as Wonder Quest, Story Mode, Building Time, Pixelmon, and Sky Island with Ballistic Squid, it also seemed like he was a main focus of Minecraft in terms of YouTubers. His unique storytelling within the Lovely World series made him a person that kids would always want to watch. Adding into his family-friendly personality and his charisma, it's not that hard to see why he was such a major influence, who always kept to himself and never started any drama. For some people, these YouTubers weren't just people that they watched daily. They would become influenced and may have even decided to try out Minecraft or copy what they say on the daily. Now let's talk about the most famous out of the trio and the one who still releases videos to this day, DanTDM. Now why is DanTDM basically the face of the community? It's because he, just like Stampy, combines storytelling into his videos, which along with his very joyful personality allowed for him to grow an audience that would also grow up with him. The fact that DanTDM could captivate so many people with videos such as those involving Dr. Trayaurus, the Herobrine mod showcase, and all of the other mods that he actually explored, just shows how much his community actually respected and liked him. We never actually got the whole trio playing together at the same time, but I'm pretty sure they would have broken the internet if they did a collab. Obviously, for a lot of people, these three YouTubers made up our whole childhood. But did we only like them because of nostalgia? Well, no. This is definitely not true considering that you could go back to any of their old videos and still have a good amount of enjoyment just from watching them. What made this trio special from the new Minecraft YouTubers of today is that they mainly kept within their own community and had their own unique characteristics. The dynamic between Pat and Jen, the consistency and longevity of DanTDM, and the wholesomeness from Stampy is what made this trio the face of Minecraft in the 2010s. Now, you may have heard me talking about mods. I think some people may have underestimated the importance of mods in Minecraft. Only having vanilla Minecraft would be fun, but it wouldn't hit the same considering how many YouTubers implemented mods or mod showcases into their videos. Now, before I start talking about mods, I want to give some recognition to series that I myself watched and they were pretty well made. Some of these series that I watched were called roleplays. Obviously, when we were young, we didn't really know what this word meant, and the series we watched that involved roleplay videos were just a spectacle to watch. These videos were actually very serious, like you had some YouTubers literally hiring voice actors just to play some characters. In my opinion, the king of roleplay Minecraft YouTube series is Sam Gladiator. As a kid, his Yandere High School was unironically the peak of YouTube storytelling. Looking back at it to this day, it was pretty cringe, but it still holds up pretty well to this day. Now, why is this series so loved? This series had everything from good dialogue for the time, drama, tension, good side characters, and actually compelling storytelling. Yandere High School being popular when Minecraft was also popular at the same time allowed for this series to gain a lot of traction and a lot of views. From changing the name of Doritos, character deaths, having the Yakuza and Pepe the Frog, there's actually a surprising amount of lore and detail put into this supposedly normal Minecraft series. Now, what was another popular game that everyone loved, which would then correlate with YouTubers making roleplays based on this game? You may have guessed it, but it was FNAF. There were so many different YouTubers making their own spin-off on FNAF roleplays in Minecraft. Still on the topic of Sam Gladiator, obviously his FNAF series didn't have as much popularity as his Yandere School series, but it was still racking in a crazy amount of views with some videos getting up to 8 million views. The FNAF series by Gizzy Gaza was also another very notable FNAF series that I myself loved. Caveman Films would produce his own FNAF series that would get up to 7 million views. The Pals, which were also a group, had their own FNAF series, which was also a pretty fun watch. Now, before I move on to the topic of FNAF and the Yandere series, I want to talk about one YouTuber known as the Iron Mango, also known as Mango Tango. He also started off by making the Yandere High School series. Unlike Sam Gladiator, whose most popular series was Yandere High School, while FNAF was more or less known, the series that Mango Tango was known for was his FNAF series, while his Yandere High School series was basically second when compared to it. Now, what made all of these different series special? It seemed like these YouTubers would all put their own twist and storytelling into the basic concept of the original games, which made all of these series pretty different from each other. All of these Yandere and FNAF series that I mentioned were just the tip of the iceberg, and there were a lot more that I could have mentioned. Of course, when mentioning roleplay series, you have to talk about Aphmau. I myself didn't watch Aphmau a lot, but I knew that her roleplay aspect was up there with Sam Gladiator. Aphmau right now has 24 million subscribers, which is just crazy. Aphmau was one of the most professional people in terms of making these Minecraft roleplays, and she took it pretty serious. From what I've heard, I know that a lot of people found her series very enjoyable to watch, and apparently they also had pretty good world building for a simple Minecraft series. Little Lizard was also another good YouTuber who made these types of videos. You may know this channel for them making those realistic Minecraft videos, but I would say that these roleplay videos were the peak of the channel. The whole Minecraft series they made based on school had so many different concepts each episode, and that's why everyone loved it. It seemed like each episode you would be watching the characters go to a different place and have fun. The roleplay genre is basically limitless in terms of the content you can actually make, and that's why I would say that roleplay was an essential part in growing Minecraft's fanbase. Now, let's move on to another topic that greatly contributed to the success of Minecraft: mods. What are mods? Mods, which is short for modifications, is basically something made by the community which greatly changes the vanilla aspect of Minecraft and adds so much unique stuff. Pokemon has always been a very famous show in the world, so what do you get when you combine Pokemon and Minecraft? Well, the answer was something called Pixelmon. The newer age of Minecraft content is more about spending 100 days in Pixelmon and seeing how much a person can actually achieve. May 6th of 2014 would have DanTDM release his own Pixelmon series with his friends Think Noodles and Thanksia. This series was very successful and each video will get anywhere from 1 million to 5 million views. Just seeing a fan favorite YouTuber explore Pixelmon opened the doors for YouTubers wanting to make videos on it. You may or may not know of these series, but there used to be a thing called Pixelmon Island, which would consist of YouTubers going on their own journey in the same island, and in the end there would be a huge battle to determine the winner. You may be surprised to hear some of the YouTubers I'm about to mention. You had YouTubers like Lachlan, Vicstar, Little Lizard, Bajan Canadian, Ali A, Waffles, Preston, The Atlantic Craft, and more. All of them would release their own videos on this series, and it was pretty special considering how many unique personalities there were. Season 1 and Season 2 of this series were both very entertaining for anyone who was a huge Pokemon and Minecraft fan at the same time. In terms of mods as a whole, you can't forget about DanTDM and popular MMOs. Instead of DanTDM simply just reviewing the mod, would also add his own storytelling to the videos, which made them feel very special. Now for Pat and Jen, it was different because they both worked off of each other and made the video special. Lucky Blocks is also another very famous mod that provided entertainment for the Minecraft scene. To this day, Lucky Blocks are still very well known and there's so many different Lucky Blocks, which just adds to the experience as a whole. I would say that popular MMOs definitely ruled over this mod just due to his challenge games and Hunger Games series alone. There's been so many mods throughout the history of Minecraft, but one of my personal favorites would have to be CrazyCraft. From YouTubers making their own series by themselves into other YouTubers creating a series, or there would be some series which would just include a lot of YouTubers in it. This mod was just a very fun mod to watch, and you would have these overpowered bosses like Mobzilla, the King, Mothra, Nightmares, the Kraken, and the Queen. There was just so much to explore about this mod, and that's why so many series had over 50 episodes on it, which just made it feel like a journey that you were watching. From every series I've talked about in this video, I would say the LD Shadow Ladies Crazy Craft series was probably the most consistent in terms of views. Just by looking at each episode, I could see how they would accumulate around 5 million minimum and all the way to 12 million for each episode. YouTubers like Sunday, Little Lizard, Ballistic Squid, Lachlan, DanTDM, Preston, popular MMOs, and a lot more would add on to the already existing hype of Crazy Craft back then, and it would become a fan favorite series in general. The whole mix of roleplays, modded series, and just basic Minecraft in general would definitely become the best era of Minecraft, and in my opinion, the best era of YouTube as a whole. What made this whole era special was how entertaining yet not too over the top these YouTubers were. During this time, it was basically impossible for you to scroll YouTube without seeing a Minecraft video at least once. Honestly, when you add all of these variables together, it's not very surprising knowing that Minecraft, without a doubt, is arguably the most popular game of all time and also the most iconic. Now that I talked about how the beginning of Minecraft was set up this whole golden age of Minecraft, in terms of content and entertainment as a whole, how would it be compared to the 2020s? Well, to start off, we had the rise of YouTubers such as Dream and all of his friends such as George, Tommy, and the Dream SMP in general. Roleplay series were also pretty dead by the time, so we never really saw any of that. Just before I start talking about this decade, I just want to mention one more thing, which although was pretty hated, was also very cool to see the very first time it released. This would be known as Minecraft Story Mode. The big three Minecraft YouTubers that I mentioned would be the biggest creators who made content on this adventure game that was based off of Minecraft. The amount of times I've simply mentioned the big three, Stampy, Dan, and Pat, just in this video alone should show you how they were easily without a doubt the faces of Minecraft. It's definitely true that Minecraft did experience a slight fall off, and we all know that PewDiePie would greatly contribute to the revival of Minecraft. This video isn't meant to compare old Minecraft versus new Minecraft and see which one is better. I'm just simply showing how Minecraft became known as such a huge game over the years. Although I never personally watched the Dream SMP, I know how much of an impact it had on the newer generation. To them, it was basically like the old Sam Gladiator roleplay series, in a sense. I think what made this whole SMP thing special was how well known some of the people were. Just having YouTubers like Dream and Technoblade would instantly mean success. I don't think it would make a lot of people confused if you told them that this whole SMP thing was probably the most popular series in Minecraft history. We all also know how a lot of the YouTubers involved with this whole SMP thing gained a lot of views and subscribers. There were also some outside videos that talked about the whole lore, and these videos would gain millions of views. I myself can't really speak on this new era of Minecraft. I don't really know if it's ever going to compare to the stuff we had in the past. Honestly, this may just be my nostalgia speaking, but I've looked back at some of these old series and they were still amazing for their time. Minecraft really isn't just a game for kids of today and kids from the last couple years. I've seen even parents play this game to interact with their kid better. And I also remember when even iPads back in elementary school would have Minecraft on it and I would try it out for the first time. At its very core, Minecraft is a simple exploration and building game, but how you have fun is based on what you want to do and how you can do it. The reason why this game has dominated ever since 2009 was not only because of the updates that contributed to new features, but as I mentioned, the whole entertainment phase of YouTube and YouTubers. In a way, you could say that these two things have a sort of symbiotic relationship. What do I mean by this? Well, it's pretty safe to assume that without YouTube and YouTubers as a whole, the game would be nowhere near as popular as it has been. And you can also say that without the constant updates of Minecraft and the introduction of mods, then these YouTubers also wouldn't be very famous. ActivePlayers.io just shows how the player count has fluctuated ever since September of last year. In September, the player count was around 71 million, 65 million in October, 50 million in November, 83 million in December, 56 million in January, 55 million in February, 71 million in March, 104 million in April, 71 million in May, 62 million in June, and 49 million in July, and also 55 million in August. We also have to talk about the whole global impact of Minecraft. The Minecraft education system is used in over 40,000 school systems in over 140 countries in the world. In elementary school, you would have this book fair thing. I remember when kids would ask their parents for money just to buy some of these Minecraft books. There was also during a time when Minecraft was at its peak, so it's no surprise to see that these books were always instantly bought. And now, of course, when talking about Minecraft, we can't forget about the most recent entry, which was the Minecraft movie. Although the movie in itself wasn't very well written and it had pretty bad ratings, a lot of people still had fun with the movie, and even kids loved it. The movie made close to an estimated 1 billion, and I think that a movie of this caliber, in terms of poor writing, making this much just shows the global impact of the game. What started off as a personal project filled with passion by Notch turned into one of the most beloved games of all time, and it has also influenced multiple generations. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe and share the video as my goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers.